Hello everybody out here on YouTube. It is I here with Beautiful Beauty. Gonna be doing a product review. Gonna be talking about sunblock today. SPF sunblock factor, protection for your face, your skin. I'm like, okay, I only have time today to make a video, but I mean like, okay, little side note, holy PMS. Okay, and you know what that means? Like thoughts all over the place, tongue-tied, I don't know. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm tired. It's one of those days. But anyhow, we're going to talk about this today because I actually have time to talk. And when I have time to talk, I got to jump on it like a frog because I've been working 100 billion hours. Okay, this is the Neutrogena. This is the Clear Face Breakout-Free Liquid Lotion Sunscreen SPF55 Broad Spectrum. And it has the Helioplex in it. Okay, it says it won't cause breakouts, ultralight, oil-free, water-resistant, up to, does it say 80 minutes? Yes, up to 80 minutes. And this is 3 fluid ounces squeezy tube. This stuff is really good, you guys. Let me see. Let me set you down on some type of makeshift tripod, if you will. I don't know. Okay. Let's put it on its side so we can see. And my cat is eating, so, and we're going to use another little sunblock to prop it up with. I don't know. We're completely makeshift and honest over here. You know what I mean? Okay, none of that editing or those lies or that other BS. But anyhow, this is really good sunblock. This is something that you can wear under makeup, under foundation, under makeup, under your BB cream, under powder. Now, when I wear makeup, yeah, see, I told you, holy PMS. Okay, when I wear makeup, okay, when I wear makeup, whoo, on a daily basis, right? When I wear makeup every day, you guys, this is it for me. I don't wear BB cream every day. I don't wear foundation every day. If I wear foundation, I wear foundation literally 3 times a year. So my daily makeup for me consists of pressed powder and only pressed powder, you know, no primer, no other gunk. That's just what works for me daily. That's been my routine since the dawn of time. So I wear pressed powder. Sometimes I wear loose powder, but mostly it's always 100% of the time usually pressed powder. So that's my daily makeup. So when I say daily makeup and I can wear it under makeup, that's what I have experimented with because my daily makeup is just that, pressed powder. Okay, and what goes on first for me is something like this. A sunblock is always first, and then I wait about 15 minutes, and then over the top of that is a really good pressed powder. And then I put, you know, blush on, concealer, a little bit of, you know, bronzer, eyeshadow, mascara, a little bit of eyebrow juice, you know, eyeliner, things like that. So I don't go super all out every single day. So this works really well under pressed powder. I like to use the Larinum pressed powder. That's just one of my favorites. I also like to use a lot of pressed powders by Physicians Formula. I use Physicians Formula, Larinum, or I will use like Honeybee Gardens pressed powder, or I will use Aveda pressed powder. Those are kind of my go-tos. Larinum has been one of my favorites for about 3 years now. So usually that's what I wear. So I put this on and then I put my Larinum pressed powder over the top of it and it gives a beautiful finish. Now, I don't go every day for full coverage makeup, you know, coverage. I don't need full coverage. Just because my skincare routine is that stellar and that good, and I've always you know, pressed and been hardcore about my skincare. So I don't have to wear a ton of makeup, if that makes sense. I don't have a lot to cover up. I don't have a lot to perfect. I don't have a lot to correct. And that is just because my skincare routine is just that great. You know what I mean? That I just wear on a daily basis. Sunblock pressed powder, sunblock maybe loose powder, something like that, just very low key. This looks very beautiful with the pressed powder. Like I said, it looks so flawless and such a good coverage. I love it. But also I've been swimming with this as well on the days that I want to go for a swim, and I clean all my makeup off before I go swimming. I always do that. I never get in the pool ever that I can really remember with a full face of makeup. I double cleanse my face, remove all the makeup, put the sunblock on and go swimming. So this has been working really well for swimming. And I like the fact that it's clear. You know, it doesn't have a white cast. You don't look like Casper the Ghost. You don't look super zinc oxide-y. And I love that. So if you've got to like be out in the public eye, or say you've got to go to the park, you know, or you got to go to the store or run errands or whatever, if you got to go through the drive-through bank, if you got to go to McDonald's and get a Coke, you know, if you got to go to Starbucks or whatever. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't live at Starbucks. But anyhow, if you got to do these daily runs, this is something good, you know. You could be totally presentable and have it on your face, your neck, your décolletage, your décolleté, and you're not going to like stick out like, you know, a sore thumb. You know what I mean? So I love the fact of that. And I also like the fact it feels very moisturizing. It feels very hydrating. I have slightly dry skin and I have super sensitive skin. So it feels good on my skin and it doesn't give me any like, you know, redness or tightness or irritation. A lot of sunblocks can be a big irritant for my skin. I've used all kinds, all brands, all types, and just some irritate me. So this is non-irritating, like non-stinging formulation. It doesn't redden out my skin or anything like that. And I like it. I like it. And like I said, especially if you got to like go to the park and you got to do a run or you got to do a workout, you know, something like that. When I go to the park and I go for a run, or I like rollerblade or a rollerball, I roller skate, or, you know, skateboard, whatever, the millions of things I do, right, you know, at the park. Or if I go hiking, sometimes if I'm wearing just super ton of sunblock and I have real white cast face, you know, with my big, huge sunglasses on, people look, you know, they're like, they're probably, you know, they're looking, they're like, okay, they know it's sunblock, but they're looking anyways, you know what I mean? So this is kind of a nondescript way to go out in public to where you're not going to, you know, blast a sign and say, hey, I'm wearing sunblock, I'm wearing SPF, hey, I'm blocking the UVA and the UVB rays, you know, I'm blocking out the sun today, and you're not going to just blast it with whiteness, you know what I mean? And I love the fact of that. Got to take a swatchy-watchy of it, like on the back of my hand, because I want you guys to see, you know, just the true texture. And yeah, I put too much probably just to show you for the sake of, you know, the video, but whatever. Okay, that's what it looks like. Let's rub it in. Okay. Now, it does take a lot of application to get the white cast to, you know, to die down and go down. So as you can still see some of the white cast, I've been rubbing on it and rubbing it in. But I let it sit about 15 minutes. So after about 15 minutes on my face, then I go in with my makeup. And when I say makeup, I'm talking about my pressed powder. I know I've reiterated and said that like 50 times. But, you know, when I go in 15 minutes later and put the pressed powder on top of it, I don't see any of that white cast. You know what I mean? Now, I don't really know like if it gives much backflash, because I really haven't taken too many pictures like wearing it. It seems like all my other pictures I take, I'm either doing a modeling contract, a modeling shoot, or something else, you know, if I want to stop in the event and take a selfie or whatever. So I don't know if it gives flashback on like, you know, photography. You know, I don't know if that will impede Instagram photos or whatever, you know, or Facebook pictures, anything like that. So actually, I'm probably going to test that out and try that. If I can remember to do it, I'm going to remember like tomorrow, hey, I'm wearing it, try to take a selfie, and then, yeah. But it probably won't, because I don't see any of that white cast flashing back at me. You know what I mean? Just by looking in the mirror, you know, because usually when you look in the mirror, you can see that, and I don't. So that is my take on it. I really like it. Just going to flip it over and show you the ingredients. Now, it has a very typical sunblock fragrance, aroma, smell. There are the active ingredients. There are the inactive ingredients. But yeah, it has a very typical sunblocky smell, like I said, which, you know, I'm okay with that, because it kind of dies down and diminishes. It doesn't seem to linger or stay with me. So I like the fact that it doesn't carry around with you. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, guys, I love you. That's my take on the Neutrogena Clear Face Sunblock SPF 55. I love you guys. I'm losing my voice as usual. Okay, I love you. Bye, gorgeous.